Welcome you guys to another G-Fit video. Today we did arms, ARMageddon. And we did a little bit of ab action as well. We focused on basically biceps and triceps. Our first workout today was an incline dumbbell lying curl. Focused primarily on the middle of the biceps, just concentrating all the blood flow to the bicep, trying to get as much blood flow as possible. Having the bench slanted in an incline position really puts a lot of tension off your shoulders and a lot of tension off your forearms. It really puts the primary focus on your bicep. I didn't really do any superset action, anything fancy. I just focused on targeting my biceps. Go through your workout quick as possible. Hit your set, get your blood to your arms, go to the next exercise. Second exercise was a standing dumbbell curl, basic one, but I like to throw in a little twist to focus on the peak. So notice when I'm curling, as I'm going up, I'm twisting my pinky to the opposite direction and trying to really twist, get the full range of motion, and I slightly lift my elbow. I'm really big on not putting a lot of tension on your shoulders or your forearms and lifting up with your bicep. So as you move in with motion, you twist, you focus a lot of tension right under the bicep, the peak area. A lot of people ask, how do you get a peak on your bicep? You know, you need to focus on the small little movements, something as basic as a little twist. So notice how I take about a half second, then I squeeze, and I come down the same exact way I went up, I come down the same exact way. Focusing on your bicep and twisting the bicep all the way to the opposite direction. I supersetted this to hanging leg raises in a dip position. If you can't hold the dip position, you could just get on the captain's chair, just placing your elbows. The dip position really contracts your core a lot more. I place weight between my legs because it gives me more leverage and it gives me more abdominal weight on my abs to lift up a little heavier and to build a little thicker abs. Not utilizing weight, you could build really good structure, but you're not gonna get your abs to pop out a little extra as you would want them, as I would want them. So really think about what frame you're trying to build. The third exercise is focused on directly as your peak of your bicep, the preacher curl. I get in the position on an incline bench where I'm hanging and directly leaving my hands hanging completely straight down and putting all the blood flow to my arms. Nothing else is lifting this weight except for my biceps. That is exactly why I get on the incline bench. When you get on the machine, you're using your back as a leverage, but when you're in this position on an incline bench, it's really concentrating directly on your biceps. Go all the way up and squeeze the bicep and go all the way down. You don't need to necessarily lock your elbows, just try to go I call it about a cheating half rep, all the way here and squeeze. Notice my back laying on the incline bench. My lumbar is engaged, my butt's sticking out, my back's getting the dip that it properly needs to. I'm building my whole frame while I'm doing biceps. What I try to tell a lot of people is, think of it as chest. With chest, you have your incline, your decline, and your flies. You have 3 different movements that you're targeting different areas of your chest. Think of it in your bicep terms as well. The biceps, notice the first exercise that we did the basic curl that directly targets directly towards the middle of the bicep. As we get the standing bicep curl to a twist, we're focusing on the outside of the bicep. So far we got the outside and we got the middle. And in the last one of the preacher curl, we're focusing more on the inside and the peak. 3 different positions in your bicep that can help with your overall strength and your muscle building. Now it's time for triceps, triceratops. You better try it, all right? Overhead tricep extensions. I get an incline bench, I place it all the way forward, and I put a dumbbell directly on the seat to lift me up a little higher. I really focus on all my movements on not putting stress or tension on any other movement if I'm isolating my triceps in this case. So the overhead tricep extension, you put the dumbbell and you sit down and you place your hands all the way up. You put your hand in the diamond position and you place the dumbbell straight up, just like that. And you straight completely down, not forward, not back, no tension in the shoulders, just bending at the elbows. All the way down, all the way up, lock and squeeze. A lot of people will tell you not to lock, and it's because they're not that functional. If you're trying to build a functional frame, you need to get the full range of motion. You can't be doing half reps. You need to go all the way up, all the way down. Focus on your flexibility, focus on your range of motion. Our second exercise for triceps was captain's chair dips. Luckily I have a dip belt so I can start adding a lot more weight towards my dips. If you do not have a dip belt, you can place dumbbells between your legs to give you a little more tension on your triceps, put a little more pressure. Placing plates, adding weight is going to help with my overall strength of my triceps and help building my arms up a little bit bigger. I supersetted the dips on the captain chair with some decline bench sit-ups. These movements right here are pretty difficult. You know, if you can use any weights, don't use any weights. Usually people don't have a decline bench in that position. I place my decline bench on top of a box to make the range of motion a lot more harder on me. You don't necessarily have to add the box to make it a little higher, but you can add the weight. Like I said before, I want to build my abs a little thicker. I want to build more structure in my abs. I don't just want a super lean stomach. I want a lean stomach, but I want blocks. I want nice, really defined abs. So you need to add weight towards your ab workouts. The third tricep exercise with overhead tricep extension with the straight bar, supersetting it to a tricep pull down. On the overhead tricep extension, place your butt right against the bar, get on your heels, keep your chest out, keep your chin up, and really try to stretch your tricep as far as possible. You're going all the way forward and locking your triceps out. Range of motion needs to be primary in this movement. Do not half rep it. Do not put tension on your shoulders. That is why I'm bent over in a certain degree, because I want to put a lot of tension off of my shoulders. Right after I feel like I'm getting too much tension, I'm losing form in my tricep overhead extensions, I get directly on my knees and I do tricep pull downs. Going directly to a tricep pull down is going to blow your arms up really fast. That's why I get it in, I get it out. I do 3 to 4 sets and then I get out. I don't mess around, I don't think about life, I don't check my texts. On arm day, I just get in and I get it out. Once you get the blood to your arms, you're good to go. And I go to failure. I necessarily don't count. I don't really like counting. Just get the blood to your arms, push yourself to the max, and then take a break. Not in my case though. I supersetted it with another superset to hanging leg raises, toe to bar. Why? Because what I always say, why not? Focus on moving your body. Get up and get moving. The final workout, the final exercise, the most important one of all, you guessed it. One must stare at themselves directly in the mirror and flex after ARMageddon. Do not forget it. Take it serious and flex. Thank you guys for watching my arm day. Remember what I said, focus on the small things. Focus on building your whole physique based off of compound lifts. Then get critique on yourself and start focusing on isolating small muscle groups such as your biceps, your triceps, or any other lacking muscle. And last but not least, hit the subscribe button.